I guess the thing or the point I'm trying to prove here is that you don't need to overthink your videos. You don't really have to know what you're gonna say when you open the camera. And lots of new YouTubers make this mistake these days that they just overthink every step of the process. Like when you make a video, like I'm doing right now, I just open the camera and start talking. And the stuff that is within me just naturally flows out. Um, it's like it's gonna flow out of you anyway when you're scripting the video or when you're making when you're actually recording the video. The stuff is gonna flow out of you anyway. And I find myself right now again just trying to think of a script to follow, and that's why you heard me kind of like resisting my speech. It wasn't flowing for a moment. And it's because I'm trying to make this into a video. I don't know why I'm doing that, because I'm not even gonna publish this. Um, if you see this published, then I am crazy and I changed my mind. But this is supposed to be just a practice for me to ramble for 15 minutes, and there's like no point in trying to perform or anything. Like nobody's gonna see this video. I mean, it's just built-in thing in my brain and probably many people's brains where you just try to perform all the time because you feel like if you don't, then people are not gonna care. Like you're not good enough if you don't overperform or something. But I realize that's a really limiting belief, because you always start from the perspective that what you are currently is not good enough. That you, as you are right now, cannot reach 1 million subscribers one day. That's like a really limiting belief, because if you're gonna do it, then you only have to be the person that you are right now to do it. There is no other way. Of course, you're gonna learn and grow, but you as a person who is speaking in front of the camera is always gonna be the same. There is like no change of the person in the middle, if you know. And that's like a really important realization. If you look at my other videos where I'm speaking in front of the camera, like it's always really stiff. It's always really monotone, and it's just this constant resistance when I'm trying to express myself, because I always have to make it about the script. I always have to mold myself to what I want to be for that video. And it's never gonna happen, because I am never that person that I'm trying to be, because I am myself. And it's like, even right now, like I'm being self-conscious that someone is gonna see this video. Like it's not gonna happen. Nobody's gonna see this video. I'm not gonna upload it. But uh, yeah, like I can even like be silent for just 10 seconds on this video, and it's not gonna affect anything, because it's fine. I didn't actually count, but that might have been 10 seconds. Um, anyway, this is supposed to be just speaking practice, so I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to think of something that audience would want to hear, but why am I even doing that? That's really crazy in a way. Um, I'm I'm like I woke up this morning, and I have this thing that when I wake up, the first hour or so when I wake up, I'm in this really like depressed mode. I always feel like I'm never gonna make it on YouTube in life in general, and it's just really painful to wake up to this reality and force myself out the bed. And it gets easier over time, or throughout the day. It gets much easier when I get out of bed and start to get some momentum, and then I start to get hopeful again, and I start to be happy about what I'm doing. But the first hour every day, that's like difficult. And I realize it's because deep down I feel when I wake up that this person who just woke up from the bed is not good enough to make it. Like, this version of me is not gonna be the version who is gonna make it eventually. And this morning I just did something different. I laid down in bed and I tried to think to myself, like, can I actually enjoy this feeling? Can I actually make this feeling somewhat enjoyable? Like, can I cherish this moment in my life where I haven't made it yet? Where I'm struggling with every video I make, and there's like no signs that I'm ever gonna have any amount of success on YouTube. And I just tried to cherish that feeling. And it's an interesting feeling when something just clicked, and I realized that every moment of the process is equally important. Like, me being here right now on this point on my journey is just as important as the moment when I reach, let's say, 1 million subscribers. Because that achievement alone doesn't mean anything. It's the whole journey that got you there that makes it valuable. And there's like, see, my brain is again trying to perform for the camera for whatever godforsaken reason. This is something that I'm currently like trying to work out of. I am trying to record myself every day for X amount of hours and just, try to get to that free-flowing state where I can really just flow out and express myself without any sort of resistance. I feel that it's like something I've battled my whole life. Like, filtering my output and my expression pretty much every moment, like, no matter the situation. Even when I'm with friends, I sometimes filter myself and try to be this image of something cool, or I don't know. And it eats your energy all the time. There's like no other way around it. It's just a constant struggle, and I really want to get out of that jail. And it's especially like making videos, which is my passion. I really enjoy making videos, but I always hated speaking in front of the camera. Like, that's something that I never could like. It was just a horrible experience, and it's the reason why I could have posted probably much more videos per week, but I just never did it. Just imagine if I could just turn on the camera right like this and speak to it in a flowing way, produce actually good content, and do that every day. I could post a video every day. How amazing would that be? None of that, like, spending hours of trying to perfect the editing and perfecting the flow of the video, and cutting out all the moments where I screw up the speaking, and all the silences, trying to make it perfect, fit into this weird mold that you have in your mind about what the video should be. What if it wasn't all of that? What if you could just open the camera and just speak your mind? that would just be an amazing superpower to have as a YouTuber. And I don't know why can't we do that. There's like this idea that you have to have a really thought out script and you have to have a really great intro, great hook, have all these rehooks in the video and all of that jargon. It almost feels like all the big guys are telling these rules for you so that you would stay small forever. That's how it feels like. Can't there be any other reason? Because when I'm trying to follow that rule, follow those tips or advice, I always end up just resisting myself. Always just being this monotone and stifled person who just can't express himself. What if the key to success is actually just letting go of the script and being yourself in front of the camera and just expressing freely, flowing, and heck, you can even edit this afterwards. You can edit it into a coherent video if you just record yourself for long enough. Maybe that's something I should do with this video. Maybe I should just edit the parts that are great and then publish it. There's no way in hell that you're gonna see this version where I'm just rambling. But if you see this, make sure to subscribe. No, you're not gonna see this video. I promise. The thing about this energy drink is that it's really really great, and I'm not sponsored by Monster in any way. They're not paying me any money, and I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't accept their money if they were paying me. But this Monster, it's really sour and delicious and sweet, and I never really enjoyed watermelon as a flavor, for candy. I felt that it's just too artificial as a flavor. It didn't taste like what watermelon tastes like at all. Watermelon is this really mellow and subtle and just not a candy flavor. But I think Monster has really made watermelon a better watermelon, watermelon 2.0. I don't know how they did it, but I really enjoy that flavor. And it's making me enjoy watermelon candy as well, as a consequence, which is pretty funny. Anyway, I'm just getting sidetracked here. But I was talking about being authentic in front of the camera. And I really believe right now that this is the key to actually grow and build your audience. I wouldn't call it a new wave of YouTube where all the content creators should just make, free-flowing content where you have no script. But I'm saying that it's probably an unfair advantage these days to just see a guy talking to the camera without any editing. Who even does that? When have you seen a video like that before? It's I don't remember seeing any of those. Of course, I might not be the target audience for that type of content, or I don't know. But yeah, I believe that just trying to be or not trying to be anything is a really important key to success. You just being yourself, you just expressing yourself, who you are in this moment authentically, is really important thing. And it's important because otherwise you just keep limiting yourself. You just keep resisting in front of the camera and taking hours to film a 15-minute video. It took me, for every video that you see on my channel, I probably filmed for an hour. And on top of that, I spent an hour scripting them as well. So for a 15-minute video, it took me 2 hours of just planning and then filming it. Because I took multiple shots, I took multiple takes of the same things, because I kept failing all the time. I kept like making mistakes all the time, and it wasn't a pleasant experience. So imagine if I could just do this. I just open the camera up and, start speaking to it, and I have a video that I can just publish. That would be a really great superpower. I don't really know, is it possible to add some structure to this video or create a hook to the video? It's like, This sort of reminds me of the podcast format, where you have like really authentic conversation with the guest, and they just talk about really important topics or really, really interesting topics, and they flow in front of the camera. They flow for the audience because it's just a real authentic conversation with the host, and you almost forget that you're watching a podcast, and you feel that you're watching like a real conversation between two really interesting people. It's funny that I'm saying you're watching a podcast, because classically you don't watch a podcast, you listen to it. But I've been watching The Diary of the CEO, which is a really great podcast, and I always watch those videos on YouTube as videos. So I guess you can watch a podcast as well. Yeah. I think that this video has already been rambling for 15 minutes, which was my goal. I should probably set the timer for myself. Like, can I see somewhere how long this recording has been? Does my camera show it somehow? I'm not seeing it, which is a weird thing, because you would expect that your camera shows you the actual runtime. Maybe it's a setting that I have to just, turn on. But anyway, I'm not gonna publish this video. You're never gonna see this, but I guess I want to say something in the end to the spirit audience that I'm talking to right now. So just be yourself. Like, drop all that bullshit, all that like trying to be something, trying to be someone in front of the camera bullshit. Just be yourself, open the camera and just flow and express yourself, and really just fall in love with that process, because this is a great feeling. I haven't resisted much during this video. Like, there were some points where I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a real video, and I have to perform for the camera to make it more interesting. But there's no pressure right now. Nobody's gonna see this video, so I can just be myself. It's like really rare. So if you can do this and publish this video, then you should go for it. There's probably gonna be an audience that is interested about seeing a real person for a while. Also, like, yeah, subscribe to my channel. I'm not sure why I'm saying that, because no one is gonna see this, but do that right now, and yeah, all that interaction bullshit, get that out of the way. Leave a comment and a like if you want. I don't know, it's kind of funny that I'm trying to do all this stuff, but anyway, goodbye.